We're starting today's show with Pastor Tyler McKenzie of Northeast Christian Church, also known as the Love the Ville Church. Welcome back to you, Pastor Tyler. We really enjoyed having you and your team during the Christmas season. But this morning, we're going to highlight a number of areas. But first, let's start with, again, what is the Love the Ville campaign?
Yeah. Thanks again for having us back, by the way, Angie. We love the Great Day Live team. We love that you're helping us spread the love throughout the Ville. And the Love the Ville movement is just that. The way I describe it is simple. It's thousands of people serving tens of thousands of hours and donating millions of dollars to the common good of our city. Because we got a heart the size of Louisville. These are people who are your neighbors. These are people who you bump into at the grocery store. These are people who may be a teacher at your local school, or someone who's volunteering at a local nonprofit, or the parents of the kids on one of your kids' ball teams, and they just want to work for the good of our city. The Love the Ville movement has big partners in our city, like the Jefferson County Public School System or Dare to Care. We also got small partners in our city, like small businesses led by Miss Tammy and the Parkland Food Mart, or Sweet Peaches. And we've got partners on the east side, Eastern Area Community Ministries. We've got partners on the west side, the Portland Promise Center. It's everywhere. And that's because we want to unleash Jesus' love every day, everybody, everywhere. And I got to be honest with you, 2020 was a difficult year for our city, no doubt, but I believe it was a banner year for our church because there was so much opportunity to love. So that's who we are. That's what we're about.
I know that someone, and I know there are probably a lot of people who are sitting here, just like I did the very first time you were on the show, who just are asking, how can I be a part of Love the Ville Church?
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, I would tell you, just kind of put your ear to the ground and listen to the things we bring to your attention. We're on social media. Find us there. We find our website, nechtchurch.org. You'll always see kind of the stuff we're pushing out, because especially right now, there are needs that pop up out of nowhere that we need to mobilize towards fast. I remember last year, end of March, when COVID really began to sweep across the state of Kentucky, food insecurity was on the rise and fast. Already an issue in Louisville, but it exponentially got worse. And so we put the call out to our Love the Ville movement to collect food. Since we couldn't gather at our church building at the time, since we stopped our weekend gatherings, we actually converted our Brownsboro campus to a food pantry, and both of our campuses, both Clifton and Brownsboro, to food drop-off sites. And we ended up collecting, over the course of about 2 months, over 200,000 unique items to donate. These went to 50 different zip codes. There were over 250 deliveries made. Most of those deliveries went to delivery centers, and we were able to feed the Ville. Now, why? Is it because, our church building or our staff is super special? No, it's because people were listening, and then they were responsive to the needs. So we're constantly throwing little, lines out there, little needs out there for folks to meet, because we have some really great partnerships with leaders in the city who know what's going on. Another thing I would encourage people to do is, as we move into 2021, find safe ways to partner in the city. There are tons of nonprofits doing incredible things, and they need committed partners. You know what's really easy? It's really easy to get people to serve on a one-off basis. And it's also somewhat easy to get people to give financially. And those things are extremely important. But what's incredibly difficult for a lot of the organizations in our city is to get people to commit week in and week out to make a difference, to mentor a kid every week, to show up every week and serve in this classroom, or serve with this organization, or help this office staff check off things on their to-do list. And so as we move into 2021, the need on the shoulders of a lot of the organizations in our city that we partner with is heavier than ever, and they need committed partners.
And we can do that through you, through Northeast Christian Church. Now,
Right.
Let's kind of set the scene a little bit, Pastor Tyler, for what people are going to experience this hour. What are
Yeah.
some of the topics and things that people are going to see?
Well, hopefully, you are going to hear even more about the Love the Ville movement. You're going to hear about some of our incredible partnerships. You're going to hear about a passion that is near and dear to us, especially in the Louisville area. A little bit more about human trafficking. You're going to hopefully hear some unifying music and art during a season where it feels like we're not the United States of America, but we're the divided states of America. And hopefully you'll be inspired to go out and unleash the love with us, because at the end of the day, we have a lot of incredible partners, but love isn't something that you have to wait until you go to a nonprofit or a soup kitchen or a homeless shelter to do. You can do it every single day in your home, in your workplace, in your house of worship, in the city. You live the code every day, everybody, everywhere.
Absolutely love that. What do you hope our audience members, when our viewers are watching this and then hopefully watching it again online and sharing these segments, what do you want people to walk away with?
Yeah. Love, plain and simple. Okay, so we just celebrated Dr. Martin Luther King this past Monday. Think about it. Our nation paused for a day and had a national holiday celebrating a pastor. And this pastor did amazing things for the work of civil rights and fighting for social justice in our country. But he did it built on one thing: the love of Jesus, nonviolent civil disobedience. He believed in the power of love. And we sit here 60 years later, it's crazy to think about. We're celebrating, we pause for a day to celebrate his legacy. It shows you how powerful love truly is. And so my hope is that, as we celebrate Dr. King and as we move into 2021, we can spark love into the hearts of the citizens of our city and make a real difference together.
Thank you so much, Pastor Tyler. And we're going to hear more from him throughout today's show.